Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel Tarot C. I am Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages with the cards that come out in this reading for you today. Thank you so much for joining up, for being here for the reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what cards come out and what messages come through with the cards that come out in this reading today. So the first card that we have is the Seven of Pentacles, and we have the Two of Cups. And with this Seven of Pentacles, we do have some earth sign energy. You could be dealing with a Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. And we have the Hangman in the reverse. And we have some Pisces energy. So you could also be dealing with a water sign, so Cancer, Pisces, or even Scorpio. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this Queen of Pentacles shown up here at the bottom of the deck, this feels like a pretty consistent energy. I do feel like also being able to experience a sense of things feeling more stable, especially when it comes to being able to experience the reward of hard work and consistency over time. I do feel like with the Queen of Pentacles, this also feels like an energy of being in a good space on your own and individually. I do feel like there's a sense of also being able to kind of prioritize self-care and being able to reap the rewards of that. I do feel like with this Queen of Pentacles card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of dealing with someone who's quite successful, or somebody viewing you as quite successful. I also feel like this union being one that's quite successful. And I do feel like with the Seven of Pentacles showing up over here, this does feel like a growth-oriented energy. I do feel like you could be dealing with someone who is quite diligent. I also feel like when it comes to your connection, they tend to it in a way that feels like it's persistent. I do feel like there is a sense of somebody who's actually in a space where I do feel like this person cares very deeply about your connection and about you. I also feel like this person has a lot of respect for you. And I do feel like with the Queen of Pentacles showing up over here, this feels like an energy of almost having a vision of you where it's like they put you on this pedestal. There's a lot of respect when it comes to how this person feels about you. I also feel like with the Seven of Pentacles, this feels like an energy of being able to experience a lot of growth within this connection and with each other. But when it comes to the way this person feels about you, I do feel like their emotions and their feelings about you grow, and I do feel like they continue to grow with the Seven of Pentacles. With the Seven of Pentacles showing up over here, this also feels like an energy of putting in effort towards making a connection work. This does feel like an energy of being able to actually pace oneself over time, but this feels like a pretty consistent energy as well. With the Two of Cups showing up over here, I do feel like when it comes to a connection and the way you feel about this person, I do feel like those feelings are mutual, those feelings are reciprocated. With this Two of Cups, it feels like an energy of being on the same page, especially feelings-wise, emotions-wise. With the Hangman showing up in the reverse, this feels like an energy of being able to experience the end of waiting on someone. So with this Hangman showing up in the reverse, this feels like an energy of being in a space where I do feel like somebody is in a place where they are ready and want to be able to take action within this connection, or take action towards you, or be able to actually reach out. So I do feel like there's a sense of being able to experience the waiting period within this connection being something that is over. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have the High Priestess in the reverse. We do have some Cancer energy with this. You could be dealing with a Cancer. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. And we have the Page of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Wands. So this Four of Wands showing up here at the bottom of the deck, this does feel like an energy of being able to work together when it comes to being able to actually build a pretty solid foundation between yourself and someone else. I do feel like when it comes to you and this person, you could be on the same page, especially when it comes to being able to make something grow, especially if it is this connection. I do feel like with this Four of Wands showing up over here, this also feels like an energy of having a strong foundation with a lot of trust being put into it as well. So I do feel like there is a lot of potential for being able to have a connection that is very promising, especially when it comes to being able to build something that is going to be long lasting between the two of you. And do you feel like with this Four of Wands, this also feels like an energy of being able to get to a place where things feel more so stable in this connection. I do also feel that this may also be a sense of wanting to be able to actually explore the idea of either moving in or being able to change residence in this connection. I do feel like with the High Priestess in the reverse, with it in the reverse, this feels like an energy of somebody who's really being in a space where they're being quite transparent with you. I do feel like there's a sense of being able to hear from this person in a way that feels more so open. And I do feel like with the High Priestess in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of being in a space where it's like they are in a space where they're revealing a lot more, or they're more open to being able to share with you information that they may have kind of kept inside. I do feel like with this High Priestess showing up in the reverse, this does also feel like an energy of somebody who's in a space where it's like there's a sense of them. I do feel like it's like they may be feeling a bit disconnected from their intuition themselves. And I do feel like they could actually be sharing that with you within this connection. And I do feel like that actually is also something that can make this person come across as them being quite vulnerable in this connection with you. They may be sharing with you. I do feel like they are sharing because there's a sense of them not feeling like they know how to be able to express something or how to deal with something, especially when it comes to the way they feel. With the Ten of Pentacles showing up over here, this does feel like a commitment energy. There is a sense of a connection or relationship kind of being able to be locked in between the two of you. I do feel like when it comes to this connection, you are in a good place to be able to actually embrace it and be able to commit for the long haul. I also feel like the person you're dealing with may actually be in like mind with you on that. With the Queen of Pentacles showing up over here, this feels like an energy of being in a good space. And with this Ten of Pentacles showing up over here, this also feels like an energy of being in a good place. I do feel like with this connection, you could be dealing with somebody who, I do feel like it's like you're dealing with someone who's quite wealthy, but also feel that you could be somebody who's in a space where it's like you feel ready to be able to make a commitment with somebody. And I do feel like also being in a space where it feels like all other areas of your life are also in line to being able to actually commit and focus on a commitment, being able to take it to that next level. With this Ten of Pentacles, this also feels like a family energy. So this could be their family or your family, but I also feel like there's a desire for being able to have a family in the future and kind of being able to focus on having discussions surrounding that. With the Page of Cups showing up over here, this does feel like a pretty romantic energy. With it under the Hangman showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of somebody who's kind of in a space where do feel like somebody is kind of wearing their heart on their sleeve. They are also kind of trying to get your attention. I do feel like with the Page of Cups, you have their attention. Do you feel like this person is in a space where they feel quite infatuated? And with the Hangman in the reverse, this also feels like an energy of being in the space where it's like they are acting on those feelings. They're expressing those feelings. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have the past life relationship. And we have let go of control issues. And we have let your friends help you. So the past life relationship card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of having a connection with someone that does go quite deep. There's something quite comfortable about your energy to this person. And even when it comes to this connection, do feel like it is one where it feels like there's a sense of familiarity as well between the two of you. I do feel like with the High Priestess also showing up over here, you could have a pretty deep connection. It could even be one that feels like it's a spiritual connection between the two of you. But with the past life relationship card showing up over here, this does also feel like an energy of having history or having past experiences kind of being able to come back to the forefront and being able to kind of deal with a situation from the past or even a person. And do you feel like with the past life relationship, this feels like an energy of being able to experience and of making a relationship work? And I do feel like when it comes to having that sentimentality between the two of you, this also is something that's feeding into a desire to be together. I do feel like with this let go of control issues catching up over here, this feels like an energy of being able to experience a connection that do feel like it's going in the right direction. I feel like there's a lot of growth also happening with these cards. So with this let go of control issues, this feels like an energy of being able to experience a connection kind of evolving naturally, as opposed to trying to force it or trying to make it into something other than what it is with someone. I do feel like with this let go of control issues catching up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to have a strong connection with somebody. I do feel like it is one that feels like it's coming from a space that is very natural as far as it unfolding. I do also feel like even overthinking is something that is unnatural when it comes to the evolving of this connection. I feel like there's a sense of having a chemistry between the two of you. I feel that it is there, it is present because it is natural between the two of you. I do feel like there's a strong connection, especially with this Two of Cups between the two of you, and I feel like it is mutually felt. With the let go of control, with the let your friends help you catching up over here, this does feel like an energy of somebody who's in a space where they are telling other people about this connection. And I get this pertaining to the Four of Wands. This does feel like an energy of being in a space where this person is kind of in a space where they may be actually seeking counsel as far as how to be able to either get your attention, be able to kind of make a connection work as far as even the different ways in which they could be able to impress you with this Page of Cups. I do also feel that with this let your friends help you catching up over here, when it comes to your connection, this feels like an energy of having other people rooting for you in this connection. So you do feel like there's a strong connection that's also recognized as far as even by friends, family, people outside of this connection. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Sagittarius. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Sagittarius.